G'day guys, Big Ted here, and so ends another hunting trip up in the Victorian High Country. For me, it was a successful one. I got myself my first fallow buck. This fella crossed the track as we're heading into camp, and as you can tell later on in the video how excited I got by seeing him. I've shot a fallow before, but that was a doe, but not a buck. So yeah, we've been here since Wednesday. It's Sunday morning at the moment, and we're just heading off home. We've packed up early. It's been good. We're here over Easter, and I think because there were so many people around, we just didn't see anything. We saw heaps of sign, heaps of game trail, but just no deer. But this time around, we had no traffic come through our camp. We saw no one else where we were, and it was just absolutely fantastic. The deer were everywhere. We got honked, we bumped Samba. One time I was coming back into town, and another fallow buck decided to cross the track, bigger than the one I ended up shooting. Jim and Rich, they bumped a few Samba. Rich saw a fallow yesterday afternoon, but he just couldn't get a shot off. But all in all, it's been a good trip. Probably head out again maybe end of June. Most likely come up here, or may go back to our old stomping ground up northeast. Anyway, enjoy the show, and please like and subscribe. Until then, catch you later. Good morning, folks. I hope you're all well. It's currently 1:30 in the morning, and we're off on another adventure. Heading back up to where we were over Easter up in the high country. This time around it's going to be freezing cold. When we were there over Easter, it was a bit warm during the days. At night it was a bit chilly, but yeah, during the day it got a bit warm. Just the usual crew this time, Richard and Jim. I'm meeting up with them later on, somewhere in Rowville I think. And yeah, it's fun to be up at this time of the morning, let me tell you. Anyway, it's going to be a long drive. I'll probably do some filming on the way. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Stay tuned. So we finally made it after 5.5 hours, getting up crazy time at 1 o'clock in the morning with only a few hours sleep. I had toothpicks holding my eyelids open on the way down, but we're finally here. So camp is probably another 3 or 4 k's down this track, and just set up camp nice and slowly and just maybe cook up a bit of a breakfast feast, and then I'm gonna have a nap because I am absolutely stuffed. It's good to be back. Hopefully we come away with a deer or 2 or 3. But if not, it's just good to get away. It's freezing freaking cold. It's 4 degrees at the moment. But just happy to be back. Let's see what the next 3 or 4 days brings us. Let's just hope the rain holds off. Hopefully this area's had some good rain over the past few weeks, because the ground was it was like walking on cornflakes, to be honest. Really crispy. Didn't matter where you stepped, just so loud. Last time we were here, we saw some good sign, reasonably fresh. Jim got up to take a piss and got honked at 2 o'clock in the morning, which was exciting, but he woke me up. And up we go. property on the left and not private property on the right. But this property ends pretty soon, and borders on the state forest, which is good. Oh, sorry, national park I should say, not state forest. State forest on my right, and the Alpine National Park on the left. And there's a massive buck just crossed over in front of me. Massive fallow buck. I hope the video picked it up. Oh, what a beautiful buck that was. What a gorgeous buck. I really hope the video picked it up. Oh, I'm excited now. Excited. I can't wait to go through the footage now to see if I've picked it up. Well, that's a good sign. That's a damn good sign. That's the best looking fallow buck I have ever seen. Beautiful coat, huge antlers. It's a damn shame we're coming into camp now. Well, aren't I glad I was filming. Gorgeous, gorgeous deer, gorgeous. I just hope the boys behind me got to see it as well. Well, we're almost at our campsite. Up more washouts. Let's hope another deer decides to cross over the track as well, again. And there's a couple of roos. There's another one about to cross over. There you go, boys, or girls. That's good, that's good. We saw nothing like this the last time we came. Saw nothing at all. We, on our last evening, there was a mob of kangaroos that were near us, and Jim spotted a fallow, but couldn't get a clear shot. And of course happened to be on the last night, so, or the last afternoon I should say. But this is a good sign. I'm getting excited now. Come on. You can do it. Get up there, girl. Ah. And of course, the collision alert had to go off. This is what I live for. Beautiful. So, I've got to say, the tracks are a little bit slipperier than last time we were here. Come on. Oh. Time to put the locker on, I think. That's it. Oh. Almost hit the tree. And we're sliding everywhere. Come on, girl. Come on. There the girl. There the girl. Almost there. Thank God for the rear locker. Well, that was fun. Good old Goodyear Wranglers. Duratrax, I should say. So we finally made it to camp. Good old all-terrain's held up, a bit muddy. This is my setup. Got the fire going already. A few frothies.
Cheers.
Oh.
We're on.
Pretty excited after seeing that Fallow buck run across the road. Plenty of sign around. It's Richie's setup. And Jimbo's. The Tarp Mahal. Yeah, looking forward to the next few days. At least the wind's going up.
Which way's the wind going, buddy?
That way.
That way?
Yeah.
See if we can get to that spot that we were sitting at last time.
Yeah. These boots being bloody nausea. My boots are just squeaking bad.
I've got some stuff to get you on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
A bit of a muck a little bit, mate.
Yeah. Morning, folks. So this is the first morning of our hunt. We went out yesterday afternoon and came across a massive rub and an even bigger wallow, but the wallow was unused. The water was pretty clear and wasn't really any fresh footprints around. So this morning I've come out by myself. The other two boys, Junior and Richard, they've gone on the other side of the track. So now I'm just following a game trail. The wind's in my favour, and hopefully if I get honked I'll be happy. If I see a deer I'll be even happier. If I shoot one I'll be ecstatic. Stay tuned. Well, the wind's in my favour, which is a good thing. It's coming up this face. Just sitting here waiting and hoping that a deer will come up along this way, probably going back to bed. On the other side is another ridge, and past that ridge is some farmland. So the hope is they've had a good feed overnight and they come back this way to bed, if their beds are here. Just sit and wait, see what happens. Oh yeah, and here's a tip for you. Before you leave home, make sure you charge GPS batteries. I've got two. One just currently died. The other one's in my car, which is about half to 3/4 full. I've got an app on my phone called Gaia GPS, Gaia GPS, and that's pretty awesome, to be honest. It shows topography of the land in meters, where you can set it to meters. It also gives you satellite overlay with topography, and it tracks your movements as well. So luckily I've got that with me, but I'm only about 800 meters from camp. I know which direction camp is in, but the downside is that Richard and Jim on the other side, I'm assuming maybe a K or so away, and they got radios on them, and my GPS has got a radio on it. But battery's dead. Idiot. Anyway, here's a tip for you. Make sure your GPS batteries are charged before you go. Lesson learned. So this is what I'm talking about in regards to the poo. You see these little pellets here, and just underneath you see some black poo. It's obviously older than this one, and it's slimy to touch. It's still pretty soft. It's very cold, so one can only assume that the deer did come through here last night, and the cold weather probably would have hardened it up a little bit, considering it's -2 when we woke up. So yep. Anyway, I'm heading back to camp now. I'm not that far away, and I'm going to have some breakfast. I'll catch you later. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind's really picked up. It's swirling around like a Westinghouse washing machine at the moment. Left, right, up, down. It's playing havoc. You move, stop, move again, stop. Might keep going for another, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm hungry. Adios for now. G'day again. So we're here for the afternoon hunt, and we've come from about 2 k's down from camp. And what do I come across? Look at this for a rub. Very nice. That's a good sign. So I'm with Richard at the moment. He's gone probably 300-400 metres, probably north of me at the moment. But this is good. This is a good sign. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Well, it's been a good afternoon. I was sitting next to the rub that I showed you earlier, and there was a couple of wallabies feeding, and one got spooked by this fella, And as soon as the wallaby hopped away, he came up from the gully, stood still, broadside, got a clear shot. He just bolted, and we found him. My first fallow buck. The paddles are a bit indifferent, but I'll take it. Beautiful. Fantastic. Morning all. So I've decided to have a bit of a sleep in this morning. Richard and Jim have already head out, and I think they head out about 5:30. So yeah, I've made myself a nice cup of coffee, stoke the fire, and just sit back and chill out. Got the legs hanging in their meat bags. I've got the head and nesky. Life is good. Life is very good at the moment. And I really hope the boys get a deer on a little adventure out this morning. I'll be heading out again this afternoon, but I thought I'd just have a bit of a sleep in. Not much of a sleep in, got up at 6:30, woke up. But still, like I said, life is good. I'll catch you guys later. Just a little bit more about what happened yesterday afternoon. So I headed into town to get some supplies and called the wife. In the meantime, the guys went for a drive and they found a clearing about 2 k's down the road from here. And I spotted the same clearing on the way back in, and I mentioned that, and Rich said, "Yep, I'm going there." So well, we'll go there together. And when we got there, Rich is like, "Right, you go down this side, I'll head down there." So I went down. I must have been at least maybe 10-15 metres from the car. That's where I found that rub. And so I just plonked down there and just waited. The wind was swirling. It was in my favour a fair bit, but it was swirling a fair bit as well. Anyway, and had a bit of a lie down, and something caught my eye to the left. It was just a wallaby having a feed. I ranged him in about 40 metres, I think it was. And then I saw his mate, or her mate. Anyway, they were having a feed, and I kept looking up my way. I was, dead still, just watching them, and they were watching me, and I was watching the wind as well. And after about, I would say, half an hour, one kept coming closer to me as it was feeding, and didn't realise I was there, but I lost sight of it. And the other one was still, it was under 30 metres, I think, because my binoculars, I think the minimum range it'll show is 30 metres, so it wasn't showing up a distance, so I can only assume it was under 30 metres or so. And then for some reason, it was looking down towards the gully. Something had got its attention, so I got the rifle, just sat it on my lap. Anyway, I kept watching this wallaby, watching, and it spooked. It just ran. It ran away, ran off, and I'm thinking something's not right. So I just watched, and up comes Mr. Buck, and he's just walked up. He's stopped, and that's where I took the shot. It bolted, absolutely bolted, and my adrenaline just started pumping, and packed everything up and just started looking for it, and I couldn't find it. Then Richard eventually found me, and we did a bit of looking and couldn't see it. And then we started walking towards where he was, and there was a farm fence about 100 plus metres or so from us. And as we were walking towards it, lo and behold, there it was. He bled out completely. The shot went straight through its ribs, and just blood everywhere. But so stoked we found it. Absolutely stoked we found it. I was just high-fiving myself, jumping around like a little kid. My first fallow buck, and yeah, really, really wrapped. So with the head, I'm going to do a neck mount. I was umming and ahhing about keeping doing a rug, keeping the skin, doing another rug. I've already got a rug, but I thought this time around I'll do the head mount instead. I'm just looking at it. It's sitting in the esky now, just icing over. Yeah, really wrapped. Really wrapped. Anyway, catch you later. And it's brekkie time. Am I hanging for this? Good old bacon and eggs on the gas cooker. Beautiful. Get that into you. While I'm here, I'll show you the head. There it is, little fella. Seeing my esky, need to top up the ice. He's just sitting there chilling out, pardon the pun. Alright, we'll get back to cooking. Catch you this afternoon. Good afternoon, folks. So this is, well, it's my last afternoon hunt for this trip. Had a nice kip. Feel refreshed. And off we go. Jim and Rich have gone back to where Jim and I were this morning, where we got honked and we bumped the four deer. And I decided to go back to where I was yesterday afternoon, next to that rub. Hopefully Mr. Stag or Mr. Buck will come back and rub himself on the tree. It's not that far from camp, it's only a few hundred metres. The other two have driven off, I think it's a few k's from here. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Sunset's about 5:45 or 5:30, 5:45. So we'll I'll just get there and plonk myself down and hope for the best. Well, catch you later. One thing I'd like to say, where the hell are the bloody casties? Haven't been able to find one castie. Wouldn't mind finding a good one. But anyway, that's not why I'm here. Alright, catch you later. So we just come across this fresh rub. Really gouged the crap out of this trunk. So there must be a stag in the area, obviously. Got the fresh poo down there. Yeah, that's a ripper rub. Ripper. So I found this massive wallow. There are hoof prints around, but the water's clear, you can see right through it. So it hasn't been used in a while. And I'll carry on. Go and find my spot. And we'll sit and wait. There's a small creek that feeds the wallow just below me. So I've crossed over and now I'm facing the rub that we found yesterday. And a little bit further east to that is another creek. And beyond that is the Alpine National Park. So I've decided just to come on this side and try my luck over here. The sun is shining on that side, so hopefully I decide to walk that way. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. just a sit and wait game now. I'll show you what I mean. On the other side there where it's all lit up is where the rub is. Yeah, I'll catch you later on.